Hello, the few people that are here. What's that? Make the game? I wish. What's that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was freshman in high school. Yeah, I'm old.
Me too.
So, obviously, most people here have played Ragnarok Online. Is there anyone here that hasn't?
The fake one, guy online.
All right. There's like 4 people. Well, that's okay, because I designed this presentation to kind of appeal to every type of player, people who used to play, who still play, who didn't play at all. So it kind of goes through all the information, show off some of my favorite things. And I don't know if you guys kind of keep up with the news, but official servers are down right now because there's a very, very big update coming. From what I understand, it's like the biggest update they've kind of ever done. They're shutting down the servers for over a month, close to 2 months. So that's what kind of prompted me to make this panel because I'm excited. Anyone who used to play should be excited. So that's what I'm gonna talk about here. Bless Bliss is the name of the panel because how many times have we had to have people come up to us, bless, bliss, heals, bliss, or please? This is a little info about me. My name's Amber. I've been playing RO for over 16 years, shortly after the official servers launched. My favorite class is the Archbishop. This is my 5th MAGFest, but my first time hosting a panel. This is the game plan. We're gonna talk about mechanics. We're gonna talk about the history of Ragnarok. The game's 17 years old, a lot has happened. And then finally, what's next for Ragnarok Online? Because even though this game has been around for a while, there's a lot planned. Game mechanics. Just a little refresher for anyone who hasn't played in a while or hasn't played at all. 5 basic game mechanics. We have classes, levels, skills, experience, and stats. Experience. You got base and job experience points that are earned from killing monsters and completing quests. Levels. 2 types of levels. Base levels and job levels. Base levels give you stat points and job levels give you skill points. Stats can make or break your character. If you mess up putting your stats in, you can't go back. Once you put those stats in, they're there. And if you F up, you will mess your character up. And it's kind of a pain to reset your stats and skills for that matter. So stats range from 1 to 99 and can go up to 130 for 3rd job classes. The higher your level, the more stat points you get. Skills, 2 types of skills, active and passive. Active skills you use yourself, so you're pressing a button or a hotkey. Passive skills, once you learn them, they're kind of there. You get the effect or the ability from the skill, and it's kind of permanently in effect. This is a little video I made. They just had the Ragnarok Transcendence beta, if anyone keeps up with that. So this is me in the Navi area. Here's my HP, SP, base level 3, job level 6. And here's my stats. And I'm currently being killed by a caterpillar. It's all right, I'm gonna deal with that in a second. Miss, there we go. So obviously I'm gonna put points into dexterity first because I need to be able to hit things. And then I'm gonna go for strength to kind of up my amount of damage that I do. The point of this little area is just kind of get to job level 10. So strength obviously ups the amount of damage you're hitting for. Agility makes your character hit faster. It also gives you more flee. Vitality gives you more defense and HP. Intelligence gives you more magic damage, more SP. Dexterity. And luck, from what all I understand, just makes you crit more. I don't play assassins, so I've never had a need for luck. And all those stats affect the stats to the right there. Those all will go up as you level up your stats. Also, equipment and all that good stuff affects those as well. And I'm going to attack this mushroom, and it's going to destroy me. There you go. This is a little newbie area that you get spawned in whenever you start a new character. It's just kind of good for learning the game. And here's where your skills would be. Novices only get the basic skill. You learn sitting and trading and all that good basic stuff. If you were a different job, all your skills would be there. But I only have basic skill. And that's kind of the basic mechanics of being a novice. All right, classes. So you're going to start off as a novice. At job level 10, you're going to change your first job class, and you're going to level a whole bunch up to second job class. At base level 99 and job level 50, you can finally change to third class. But you're probably not going to want to do that. You're going to want to transcend. And that's going to give you extra stats and skills. And when you transcend, you kind of start over. So at the bottom is kind of an example of all the job changes you're going to go through. Start off as novice. In this case, you're going to go into an acolyte to monk. Then you're going to start over and transcend into a high novice, a high acolyte, champion, which is just a beefed up version of a monk with extra stats and abilities, and then finally Sura. You want to transcend and start over, it's so worth it, but sometimes you're just in a rush. This is just an example of the crazy class tree that Ragnarok has. There's just so many classes to play. There's so many ways to play each of them. And then there's, on the left, the expanded classes, those just random classes that they came out with. I love the ninja, but I don't think the ninja is very good. And then there's all those standard classes on the right there, and then off to the far right are two examples of skill trees that are in Ragnarok Online. You can't learn all your skills, so you got to pick and choose carefully. And again, once you put those points in and apply the points, they're permanently there, and you can't really go back and change that, so don't mess up your skills.
What's the best stats?
The best stats? Yeah, it depends on the class. And there's like several ways to play each class, so it really depends. You could be edgy and be a battle priest and just smack things with a mace. Don't do super novice. Listen, that's not allowed. So these are new classes that Korean Ragnarok got in 2018 that I don't think the official servers have gotten. I'll talk about private servers later, but I'm mainly on the official servers. They branch off of the Taekwon class. I think they look incredible. I'm hoping that they come out in the next big update. That would be amazing. Their designs are great. Don't forget about your equipment. Your equipment, if you walk out there naked, you're going to get killed. What's nice about Ragnarok in its current state with renewal and all that, they have really good starting sets of gear that you can equip from the Eden group. Gear is really expensive. To go out there and farm gear or buy it and upgrade it and then put accessories, the cards and whatnot, it gets expensive, but you need something on your character. There's your standard gear. There's also special equipment now, which is like costume gear. It's purely aesthetic. It'll override your standard gear just so you can wear your favorite headgears and look cute.
What's the currency called in Ragnarok?
Zenny. Yes. I've bought Zenny before. Don't tell anyone. For like real money. There's like the economy like went to garbage at one point, and you could get like 100 mil for like $4.
What's the most expensive item?
Oh my God. Yeah. Back in the day, I don't even know what would be the most expensive thing now. MVP cards. MVP cards. So this is a video of a YouTuber I follow, Munbalance. He's the only person on YouTube making consistent, high-quality Ragnarok content. He's really cool. Even if you're a newbie or you've been with the game for a while, he has videos for really everyone. I picked this video because it kind of shows you what a standard party setup would look like. You have a healer healing and buffing everyone. There's a bard in there who's playing songs and giving out more buffs, and then a few damage dealers. I like this small party setup. You really don't need too many people. The experience gets spread too thin. So like 5 people, I think, is a great amount to have. Max parties, 6. Is it like, it's like absurd now. It's like 12 people, I think, in a party. You don't want that many.
Is that the same as a guild?
What?
Parties like if we do like
So, I never did War of Imperium. I was never a PvP kind of person, and that's basically what it is. It's an event that your guilds fight in order to conquer a castle, and you make the castle your headquarters for the guild, and you get special advantages, like you get a dungeon, and there's incredible drops there. The video just shows you the absolute stupid amount of people that participate. I was just the one weirdo that had no interest in this. It was obscene. Any qualified guild can participate. There's just a skill your guild needs to learn, and you do that through taxing your members. They can go fight monsters, and they help get EXP for the guild. There's set times every week, so it's like a real-time thing. The goal is to travel through the castle and destroy the castle's Imperium. The character that gets last hit on the Imperium claims it for the guild. I specifically remember having a tiny little guild and kind of sneaking my way through a castle and just claiming the castle for myself. And sure enough, there's another guild to storm up there and just destroy us all.
What's the amount of people to be in that?
I don't know that there's a cap.
it's indefinite.
Yeah, I think as many guilds as they want to participate can participate. There's
Yeah, I played on the server and we had 500 people fighting over a server pass.
Yeah. Wow.
it was a huge deal.
Your skills, you go backslide over. Backslide.
There's like little shortcuts in some of these castles. So we have type 1, you do time jump. You go over here. Yeah, you skip.
And then you got your priests outside buffing and healing everyone as they get back in there.
Do you kill the healers first?
Yes, do it.
Actually,
It's faster to destroy the Imperium because the second you destroy it, anyone who's not in your guild gets ejected.
Wow.
So they just get teleported outside the castle.
that's why they said you want to get that last hit on that Imperium, because then it claims it for your guild. So it's just like YOLO, and everyone goes for it.
So kamikaze.
Yeah, hell yeah. So there's that one little nublet in there who can sneak in there and get that last hit. They got it for their guild. So private servers. I definitely, after I spent a couple years in the official servers, I did move to private servers. I think I was on Rebirth RO for the longest. They keep up to date with everything, and there's higher experience rates. Ragnarok Online's a bit of a grind, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of discipline to stick with that and just grind it out and level your characters. So just a little history behind why private servers kind of became a thing. So Gravity decided to franchise the Ragnarok servers to the rest of the world. So the other companies had to buy Ragnarok Online from Korea, and then they had to pay for the updates. So this caused the creation of sister companies that ran their own servers. For example, Warp Portal runs the official international servers that we would all play here. These companies had no affiliation to Gravity, which is a company that makes RO, and could run the servers however they wanted to. And then, like I said, they paid for the game and then paid for the expansion packs. So the cost was massive, and smaller servers couldn't afford the updates. And this caused the creation of private servers. I was always frustrated being on the official server. And it's like, Korea has all this cool stuff. Why the hell can't I play this? But private servers kind of went in there and yanked it all and kept the private servers up to date. 2 private server suggestions, just in case anyone's curious. Dreamer RO has stupidly high rates. You can get max level in like an hour, 8,000 times the experience you would get. I think it's nice because it allows you to quickly level up any job, and then you can kind of just try out every job and see kind of what you like. Shining Moon is another one, and it's really nice because you can pick from the rate of just 1, which would be no bonus, to 100 times. Depending on the rate you pick, if you pick a lower rate, you will get an increased drop percentage when you reach max level. So there's an incentive there to pick the lower rate, and then you get more of a bonus afterward. And then they have 2 servers. Mun Balance actually moved to this server, Shining Moon, and he partnered with them, I believe, and they made the Helheim server just for him because he wanted a server that had that Korean Ragnarok progression, and that's what Helheim was. All right, now this is the history portion. So early beta testing and hacks. Ragnarok Online had fantastic success with its closed beta version, but ran into serious issues when they tried to progress to a pay-to-play version of the game. So first off, who is Gravity? Gravity is a South Korean video game corporation behind the development of Ragnarok Online. So the closed beta launched in 2002. The closed beta was launched in Korea, and it was so successful that they expanded the beta to the United States. The closed beta ended, and Gravity announced that they'd be switching to the subscription-based service. And that's when hacks on the servers started happening. Beta testers became so upset at the news that it led to numerous hacks that crippled Ragnarok servers. Imagine being so upset that a game is switching to a pay-to-play model that you basically say to yourself, if I can't play it, no one else can. And that's exactly what happened.
$10 a month.
It was not that expensive, but when you're a little 13-year-old, I mean, getting $10 might be kind of hard if mom and dad aren't going to give that to you. So bringing down Gravity. In late 2002, while the second closed beta was in progress, there was a massive attack on Gravity headquarters. During this time, few companies offered dedicated server hosting. Gravity had to host their servers out of their own studio. This led them vulnerable to attacks. The hackers found a backdoor through connecting to the local area network of the office. They executed a massive deleting attack. Everything was gone overnight. And due to this massive attack, the second closed beta came to an end abruptly. Gravity lost complete source files of the game and had to scramble in order to get the game up and running again, which took them months. So what was lost? Artwork concepts, original game engine files, new monster designs. Had we not lost those things, we could have had apartments and housing. Have you ever been walking through the towns in Ragnarok and wondered, there's a lot of empty houses and rooms? That's because that more than likely could have been housing and apartments for characters that we could have bought. But all that was just gone. They never went forward with that. They could have changed to had little to no load time between maps. Back in the day, we all had crappy computers. We were all playing on Windows XP. I know I was, and the load times were obnoxious. To have that changed to little to no load time back then would have been incredible. Obviously, all of our computers are much better now, so we don't have to worry about that. Maps could have been double the size of what they were, which would have been amazing because the servers were so highly populated back then that there could have been more monsters to go around and just spread the people around. We could have had a sophisticated PvP system that was miles better than what we were given. The PvP system, it was just you go in there, you beat everyone up, and you rise in rank. That's literally all it was. And it wasn't that great. And then if you were a novice, you just go in there and play dead, and then you just sit there for hours and watch your rank go up, because that's what I did. The aftermath of the hacks. The hacks crippled the game so much that Gravity went bankrupt. Samsung Electronics offered to buy them out of bankruptcy. Samsung appointed a manager to oversee development. This manager wanted to reshape the game into his own idea. This caused many of the original developers and the lead designer of the game to quit mid-development in rebellion. No, they quit. The lead designers and developers quit because they just weren't having it. Blame the hackers. All right, we're going to take a break from your history lesson, and I'm going to show you my favorite classes. So Archbishop, this is another video from Unbalanced. I just really enjoyed this video. So this is Archbishop, specifically the Adoramus build, which I didn't even know this skill was a thing until I saw this video. You may be asking, wait, but that's a healer. Why is she just destroying everything? That's what this skill does. Healers up their intelligence stat to get bigger heals, and because of that, if you have a skill that does damage, it does massive damage. So you don't need a party. You just go solo and just destroy everything. And that's why I love Archbishop so much. All right. Now, this is the Dorum. I'm sure some of you probably have never seen this before, but damn, I love this class. So it's a new race. There's just humans up to this point. This is a new race, and they're just cute little cats. The only job that they have is summoner. You start off as summoner. There's no job changing. There's no rebirthing, nothing. You're just a summoner from start to max level. And I love that. I think this is actually a really good class for people starting out. You really don't have to worry about gear. There's like a beginner set of gear, and then there's another set of gear once you reach level 100, which it's a good set of gear. It just makes them all that more powerful. Just playing Ragnarok for as long as I have, this class is stupid overpowered. I love it. There's 3 different routes you can take with their skills. You can do the supportive route. So there's healing and supportive type skills. There's a physical magic skill route, and then there's just a spell magic skill route. So it's just you can just custom make this character to just do anything, and I absolutely love it. And they're effing adorable. All right, back to the history lesson. All right, so implementation of renewal. If you've played Ragnarok Online, you know what renewal is, unless you stop playing early on. So renewal is a revamp of Ragnarok Online. Stats, skills, experience points, level limits, monster placement, and other mechanics were all modified. Renewal is vastly different from classic Ragnarok Online, but most of the updates brought to Renewal have improved the game rather than make it worse, in my opinion. I know there's people that are definitely not fans of Renewal. Third job classes were also added, allowing players to finally level past 99, which was a level limit since the game was released. Some classes are imbalanced, but in most cases, each class has their own flair and are equally enjoyable to play. Just like Ninja, I really enjoy Ninja, but they're not really a viable option. Maybe they are now, but not when I was playing. If you're curious what these sprites are from, because I love them, I think the Japanese Ragnarok company server did a collaboration with this game called Puzzle Dragon. And that's where these came from, because they have that Ragnarok look, but it's they just didn't fit. And that's why. It was some collaboration, and I absolutely adored these sprites.
Was it the mobile game Puzzle Dragon?
I'm pretty positive, yeah, it's a mobile game. I've never played it, but maybe now I'm gonna go play it. Ah, do we need another Bejeweled game? Well, if there's waifus involved, yeah, yeah. All right, Nostalgia Ragnarok Restart. In June 2016, Ragnarok Restart was launched. Ragnarok Restart is a funky combination of classic and renewal mechanics. Ragnarok Restart is meant for you to experience the nostalgia of classic Ragnarok Online. It's a step back in time to 2003 on their first progression server. It started off with all the content that existed within the 5 main cities. So basically, all the content that existed when the game launched. It kind of allowed you to kind of feel like you were back in 2003, just progressing with the game like everyone did back then. I wanted to play, but I couldn't get it to work on my computer. On July 11th, 2019, Ragnarok Online announced the Restart server will be merged into the main Ragnarok Online servers. The Restart server only lasted around 2 years. I saw people speculating on the forum that Ragnarok Restart may have almost been like a beta test for some stuff that they're working on now or just released, because it seems so short-lived. I wish I could have tried it out, but just to kind of elaborate on what this is, it's a separate iteration of the game. So there's a different launcher for it. So it's kind of separate, but now obviously they just merged everything together anyway. All right, history lesson is done. Let's check out some cool dungeons. I only got 2 on here. So this is one of my personal favorites, is Toy Factory. I spent so much time in this dungeon. Back in like classic Ragnarok Online, this was like the place to go to level. It was good when you're trying to finish up those job levels on your first job class. It was good trying to get job levels after you changed to your second job class. This place was amazing. It was right in the heart of this adorable Christmas-themed town. It was just the cutest thing. The layout is adorable. It's just Christmas all year long. This is the first level, and this is on a private server, by the way. Again, official servers are not up right now. This was Dreamer RO. That's why I'm level 300 something. But this is Toy Factory. Yep. Jingle Bells, yeah. I tried to for the background or video, I tried to incorporate a coordinating song, but this is the actual audio from the dungeon. There's a mastering, which is like a pouring boss hopping around down there. And then this leads to the second level. There's an MVP that spawns up here called Stormy Night. And you better have fly wings on you to teleport, because he would wreck your face if you ran into him. There's these presents and then toy men that are your main go-tos in this area. But Toy Factory. Sorry for the lag. I was recording this on my laptop. All right, this is my other personal favorite dungeon, Glastheim Churchyard. The Glastheim dungeons, there's so many. There's Glastheim Culverts, Glastheim Chivalry, and Churchyard. There's multiple levels to each. There's so many, and I love the old decay aesthetic of it. I spent so much time in this place as a healer. Basically, everything's undead, so if you healed the monsters, it did damage. Again, why I loved healer, because they kind of didn't need anyone. They could solo, or they could decide to stay in a party. But here I'm gonna go to the next level. And after they implemented renewal, they kind of added in these dark priests, which kind of F everyone up. But I have so many memories of leeching here, just going into that middle plus sign area, sitting in that bridge while someone else just kind of leeched me levels, and then everyone huddled together in this little close group and tried to not die. This place is amazing. I think I'm gonna run up there now to show you the little leeching area.
What's spinning around that character?
It's like an aura, and it's something that private server had. It was like an item. Private servers just come up with everything and anything to just add in to like make everything more aesthetically pleasing. Hunter flies, you don't want to mess with those. You want to tele away from those. Glasstime Churchyard. All right, so now what's next for Ragnarok Online? All right, enjoy the trailer down there while I talk about Ragnarok Zero and Ragnarok Transcendence. In November 2017, Gravity released a new iteration of Ragnarok Online for their Korean servers called Ragnarok Zero. Just this past month, Gravity announced that the international Ragnarok Online servers will be getting their own modified version called Ragnarok Transcendence. In December, Gravity will be testing a mega update for international servers, so just this past December. During the journey to this update, the server will be experiencing a large in-game event centered around the world cycle coming to its conclusion. Due to the large amount of updates to be performed, service will be suspended from December 6th to February 3rd. So that's why the servers are down. The closed beta just ended. I wish I could have tried it out more. But Ragnarok Zero and Ragnarok Transcendence are basically the same as Ragnarok Restart. It's different iterations of the game. So they needed different launchers. They are completely separate from the main servers. And that was the trailer playing. That trailer playing was the trailer for Ragnarok Zero. It's super corny, I'm aware. It's probably like the one thing they put some money into doing. I don't see them making trailers like this. They probably spent the most amount of money just making that. Yeah, right? So closed beta testing for Ragnarok Transcendence will be conducted from December 16th to the 27th, so unfortunately it's over, but they might do another beta test. The expected launch date of the mega update is February 3rd. There has been some speculation that this new service will be a copy of Ragnarok Zero, but it's been confirmed it is not a one-to-one conversion of Ragnarok Zero for international release. Ragnarok Transcendence is an improvement to Ragnarok Zero with its own unique settings, balance, and content. So basically, international Ragnarok, they took everything they liked from Ragnarok Zero, and they're taking that and then adding their own improvements. They're just kind of making this custom tailored experience to what they think that their fan base wants, because it might be different from what Korea wants. And then the video is of the novice area when the beta first launched. There's just novices everywhere, all scrambling to get to job level 10.
This is on Steam?
Yes, you can download on Steam. It's very convenient that way. These are some new things that Ragnarok Zero got that we might get for Transcendence. A new refining user interface. If you are into upgrading gear, it's just like a menu. It's like, yes, I'd like to upgrade this gear, success or failure. And this just kind of makes it cuter and flashier. It's nice. Headgear preview. Have you ever seen headgear being sold by someone? It's like, it looks cool, but what is it going to look like on my character? I've had that struggle. And this kind of solves it, where it just gives you that cute little preview of what it would look like on your character. A beam of light on rare drops. The drops are so little where it's like if a rare card or something drops, it's like you could just walk right past it. But this kind of, it's like, hey, pick me up. A banking system. How are we just getting this now? I remember having 2 different accounts loaded at the same time to trade my money to my other account, change characters on my first account, trade the money back over. And same with items. It's obnoxious. I cannot believe we're finally getting a banking system. So user interface for cosmetics. come on, this is like standard in most MMOs right now, so I'm glad we're getting it. It looks like there's going to be an option to change your hair too. There was like really annoying quests involved with that. And daily login rewards. I can confirm, I've seen in videos that we are getting the new refining user interface and the daily login rewards. I'm not sure about everything else. All right, changes Ragnarok 0 received that may appear in Ragnarok Transcendence. Bigger stat bonuses when refining equipment for each upgrade level. I didn't really care much for upgrading just because it didn't do much back in the day. Now, the more you upgrade to a certain level, it will trigger certain skills and abilities on the gear, so it's worth it. And that, if they implement this, it makes upgrading entirely worth it. Massive bonus of experience for parties. So I looked at the table. Even if you have 2 people in your party, you're getting a bonus of 60% experience for just having 2 people in your party. So it's almost as if they're saying, hey guys, stop soloing, try being in a party. And then it decreases 5% for each additional person. So 3 people, it's gonna be 55. 4 people, it's gonna be 50. So that's why I was even saying before, you wanna keep your parties around like 5 people. That's like a good amount. 10% experience loss on death instead of 1%. Oof. That is gonna hurt, especially if you're a higher level. That is gonna really hurt. I know. You can't de-level in Ragnarok Online, so at least there's that. Yeah, no, that does not. So confirmed changes for Ragnarok Transcendence. This is things we're definitely going to get. Inventory capacity display update. Honestly, I don't even know what that means. It was just on the list. A special storyline quest unique to Ragnarok Transcendence. And they're doing that just to kind of further this agenda that, hey, this is its own separate thing that you should try. If anyone was who follows the Ragnarok Online Facebook, they kind of just posted about Ragnarok Transcendence, pre-register now. And literally every comment was, what the hell is this? I don't know what this is. What is it? No one knew. I had to do so much research just to find out what Ragnarok Transcendence is. They just wouldn't come out and tell us. They just kind of were trying to get everyone to pre-register. Increased healing power for acolytes and priests. Not gonna complain. World drop events. So this server is going to start off at second classes and max level being 99 and job level 50. So they're gonna do progressive updates and it's gonna give you more and more content. They'll add in more cities, they're gonna add in more jobs, and it's gonna gradually increase as players get further in the game. Offline vending. All right, we all set up our little shop before bedtime and let ourselves sell things overnight, and then we rushed to our computers and it was like, what did I sell? Well, now you don't need to leave your computer on. Now there's gonna be offline vending, finally. There was offline vending in private servers like 10 years ago, if not earlier. What's that? Yeah, private servers have had this stuff, and finally we're getting it. A little late, but I appreciate the effort. Daily login rewards, an anti-cheat system. No, hopefully there's not going to be 100 red-haired bots running around. And then a pet evolution system. I didn't really hear much about it. Apparently it's long awaited. So Korean Ragnarok has had this for a while and we're just getting it now. So I'm still excited. And guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to play now.
You want to play now? Good. Official servers up February 3rd.